Hello guys, today in this video is the last one, at least I'm thinking it will be the last one from our script include series, and this one will be short, I promise. And today I will show you how works the extension when you are working with script includes. Usually real case for this is when you install a plugin or you have out-of-the-box features that use script includes, but these script includes they are protected, which means you can change directly in this one. Usually these the script includes with SNC suffix. Usually they are like a system, not all of them, but they are like a system script include, and then they manage something, but you can, with this extension, you can like create a new script include and extend this protected script include. And if you create a function with the same name of the original, the protected script include, you can like override this function, and yeah, you can, with this you can add new features and more and so on. And but you can also extend just to add new functions as well, and by using functions from the protected script includes. So basically today I'm just show you an example. So not sure if you are familiar with, but for change requests, I will not deep dive on it, but for change requests you have, I will open a change, you have a state module script include. Basically, this state module, there is like a script include for standard, emergency, and normal change requests. And basically, what this script include does is manage the state control. That's why they call state module. So basically, for chains, uh, the states are managed by, or this script include handle the state transition for change requests. So I'm going to show you how it works. Now in Utah we have a different view, so it seems you can edit the script includes. The name is, yeah, as you can see here we have, yeah, I'm gonna show you the normal for normal change requests, but yeah, as you can see, we have, as I explained to you before, Ajax. For it's like a name convention. Usually people do use this just to highlight that this is a client callable script include, or and sometimes you can see you choose as like a server side script, but yeah, not all the time, but you can see this. So here, as you can see, and as I explained before, we have the state module for normal changes. And yeah, as I showed you in the first video for server-side script includes, as you can see, it's not client callable check here. So it's basically a class with a block of functions. So this, as you can see, like to access, this is, in this case, it states from the change request. So this script include basically it's uh, handling how, when you can, there are of course other scripts managing this, but that's the idea, and they are just managing the transition between states in a change request. As you can see, this is not editable. You can see, yeah, you can see here protection policy. Usually you see this when you are when you open a out of the box, and yeah, not all the out of the box scripts includes, but when the idea is not to be something editable. Yeah, also this message here, I just see the message now. But so let's back to the point here. So we have this script include, it's protected, and let's say you want to change something here because maybe your state module is different. This is the out of the box. So, but even out of the box, there is another script doing this. I'll show you. As you can see, usually SNC suffix or part of the name, when you see this, is a system script include, if you can call in that way. And we have this out of the box, already out of the box, but you could create this, extending this one. So yeah, this case is no protected. And here, basically, this script includes basically uh, use the system script include to manage when and which states should uh, display to the user or should be available, like a next state, like here if you have a change in draft, so the next state is only access. And then here you are calling this to access moving, that is here to access moving, and here is the difference. So this is, it's handy, it's useful, because yeah, you need to use the system property or functions, because you have like an engine behind out of the box, and then you don't want to break anything, but you need to adjust the conditions or maybe create a new condition, but using the same system attributes, methods, and so on. So the difference is here, as you can see in the base script include, you have like prototype, and then you pass the block, you create the class, and in this class you pass the block of functions. And here the difference is you pass this method here, object extends object, and then you pass the name of the script include you want to extend. So, and by doing this, all the functions here inside the block in this script include can access the original, the script include you are extending. So it's interesting because using the using this uh, the method this, you can access all the functions as the same you can access here. Like if I want to access I mean to authorize can move, and I want to access to access can move, we use like this scope dot the name of the function. So it's like the same. So when you use the extension, the extends object, and pass the script include you want to extend, so you can, with the scope this, you can just access all the functions from the I can say original one. But this is nice, you can access, but you can also create new functions. Like if you want, in this case, it's just a state module, just handling and controlling the how the states can, if they can move to this state, what's the next state, what's the previous state, if can move or not, basically. But you can also, in this case, we have, for instance, this to draft moving, and if I'm extending this script include, and somehow or based on your needs, you want to override this function. I want, in my case, use case, I need to return false. You could just replicate here and return false, basically. So all the functions that use that were using this will be override by this. Yeah, of course, if they are not calling this script include directly, yeah, maybe this is a special case because even out of the box we have a script includes extending other, but yeah, that's the idea. So you can override. Sometimes you can just, this is just a boolean, return just a boolean, but sometimes you have like the whole logic here, but you want to change something like the condition, a little bit the what's returning. You can just copy paste in the scripting code you are extending, uh, and call this one, so you can keep the same engine before but with your additions, I would say. I hope I make myself clear. Hope you like it. Yeah, and this one was more about show you what's possible, and I think it's handy. I can, of course, and during the life of the channel, I will create uh, probably a script include extending uh, out of the box script include, make it can be more clear. But I think it's clear if you are familiar with scripting, of course. But if not, just ask me, let me know what's your questions, and then I will be glad to help. Okay, thanks guys, see you in the next video.